Likelihood of another stimulus check for low income, fixed income, a $2,000 specifically focused stimulus check for low income, fixed income beneficiaries of Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, survivors, SSI beneficiaries, people on VA, RRB, also low income, no income seniors, older adults, and people with disabilities. Check might be focused for a specific group of people rather than a widespread check that will be going out to everybody. What will be the criteria to receive the stimulus check? Today in this video, we'll be discussing an very important aspect of economic contraction and major recession in the 2023 and what it means for the stimulus check. Alright, so let's check it out the schedule for the Social Security benefit payments. First of the month, that's when your September SSI payment will be coming in. Alongside, if you check out the 1st of the October, this is when typically all the SSI beneficiaries should have received their October SSI payment, but check this out. First of the month happens to be landing on Sunday, therefore no payments will be heading out on the holiday or a weekend. In that scenario, your payments will be deposited much earlier, which is in this case happens to be landing on 29th of the September, because here is the thing guys, again 30th of the September happens to be landing on Saturday, so therefore you'll be going to receive your October SSI payment 2 days early, that is on 29th of the September. So let me summarize the payment schedule. Onto the first of the month, September SSI payment will be coming in. Then the next important payment is on those Social Security beneficiary who received the Social Security before May 1997 will be going to receive their payment on 1st September as well. And talking about 13th of the September, if your birth date lies between 1st to 10th of the month, be sure to check out 13th September for your payments to be deposited. If your birth date lies between 11th to 20th of the month, then be sure to check out 20th of the September for your payments to be deposited. And if your birth date lies between 21st to 31st of the month, then be sure to check out 27th September for your payments to be deposited. Also talking about the 29th of the September, this is when the October SSI payment will be arriving 2 days early. This will be your hard-earned benefits just arriving couple of days early. Alright guys, now starting with the details. What is the likelihood of another round of stimulus check? As for economists, Congress and Federal Reserve, well, these are the authorities that will decide whether economy needs a stimulus check or not. And based on couple of different parameters, economists, Congress and Federal Reserve will determine how much stimulus money is required into the economy, how much cash is required to stimulate the economy. In last year, the Federal Reserve has increased the interest rate very aggressively, and this will surely impact the likelihood of another round of stimulus check, but the final result is yet to be seen. Now, Federal Reserve increased the interest rate 75 basis points for consecutive increases in 2021, and effect of those increases may not felt until the year 2021 and beyond, and economists are suggesting that this year will be difficult due to those Federal Reserve increases, and therefore Congress should consider the needs of fixed income beneficiaries and low income beneficiaries, and therefore we see a reason check might be focused for a specific group of people rather than a widespread check that will be going out to everybody. So the next important question you should be asking yourself, what will be the criteria to receive the stimulus check? Which group of people will be included in the next round of a possible stimulus check? Now, criteria for receiving stimulus check definitely not include age, your gender, your locality, and any of other sorts of these requirements. They don't even look at your document. One of the primary requirement, only criteria that is required in order to receive the stimulus check is income. You know what guys, when it comes down to the eligibility, they simply look at your incomes as the major determining factor to see if someone is eligible for the stimulus check. Now, as per the previous eligibility requirements, previous stimulus check had income thresholds of $75,000 as individuals and $150,000 as married couple filing jointly. Based on those previous requirements, we can see in the event of another round of stimulus check, those income thresholds are likely to be similar to those previous ones. So Social Security retirement, SSDI and SSI beneficiaries, you know what, they are unlikely to make anywhere between $75,000 to $150,000 a year as the individuals, or $150,000 $150,000 and beyond as couples filing joint. So you know what guys, that basically means Social Security recipient, Social Security retirement, SSDI and SSI beneficiaries will be most likely included in the next round of a stimulus check. And you know what guys, those are the groups which are highly doubting that another check would happen or not. What is the likelihood of another stimulus check? And now here's the thing guys, like I said, those group of people will be most likely included if there is another round of stimulus check. But you know what, whether there will be another round of stimulus check or not, remember guys, stimulus check is sent on based on the condition of the economy. It doesn't matter how many letters, calls, emails you send to the Congress. It doesn't really matter how much letters, calls, emails or videos are made on it. Whether people really need the stimulus check, you know what, it doesn't take a look at your calls, emails and the videos. It all comes down to a very important factor, that is the economy. You know what, Congress will simply take a look at the economy and they will see how much more money is required to be injected in order to stimulate the economy. That's the most important aspect. And in the period of recession, as far as the current data, I can clearly see about 80% of the population would be included if there is another round of stimulus check. So if you take an example, let's say economy needs $800 billion of stimulus money, then you know what, government will simply then divide $800 billion among the 250 million people, those stimulus check eligible people. And the purpose of the stimulus check is to get money into the economy as quickly as possible. So you know what, it's the most efficient way to send out stimulus check as soon as possible. And you know what, they can implement those stimulus check very quickly. We have seen those in the previous round of stimulus check. You know what guys, in just a matter of few days, stimulus check were approved, sent into the economy and people started receiving those checks as soon as possible. And you know what guys, government is really clever. They know that people will spend the money as quickly as possible into the economy, and this is why they continue to send out stimulus check. And from the time the legislation is approved to the time money lands into the bank account of people, it can take only few days. So I see that's the most efficient way to stimulate the economy, as people use this money to buy essentials which stimulates the economy. Money goes from retailers to manufacturers, then it goes to the suppliers and so on, and this one creates a cycle. Ultimately stimulus check will stimulate the economy very rapidly. And another important factor that boosts up the possibility whether we should get stimulus check or not is basically the jobs number. Whether the economy is slowing down, contraction is coming in, you know what, that is determined based on the unemployment rate. Basically how many people are losing their jobs, and it's like an avalanche effect. Once it starts going on, it quickly picks up momentum, and you know what, economy suddenly rolls out of the cliff and basically we are into the period of recession. And that's the most important aspect. When government officially acknowledges that we are in a period of recession, then clearly it's the red flag for them. It's the red indicator for the sending out stimulus check. So well guys, speaking of a potential fourth stimulus check, what could happen next? Let's check it out. Well guys, the jobs market will determine the economy's health. It happens all the time. Economy goes through economic cycles of growth and contraction. When economy contracts, government stimulates the economy by passing a multi-billion-dollar stimulus package. Recently, even trillions of dollars we have seen passed. Whether it's Congress, economists, you know what, they monitor the economy carefully and they monitor what is the need of stimulus money. Once they realize there is a huge need, then government will pass packages and start printing out the money in order to stimulate the economy. And you know what guys, stimulus will help out companies to get more orders, more revenues, in turn more profits will be generated, and this will help businesses to start growing once again and hiring more people. And you know what guys, this will increase the jobs number. So this is kind of a cycle we are talking about. The stimulus check is trying to fix up. All in all, the aim of the stimulus check is to get people to spend more money, increase the cash flow into the economy. Now you know what guys, at the end of the day, it's not you and me who make the differences, who make the decisions. It's the Congress that will make the decisions. It will approve the stimulus check if they realize the need. Rather, you know what, basically it's the economic activity, the jobs number, the number of unemployment rate, the need of the stimulus check will be determined by those important aspects. Now you know what guys, there are tons of petitions out there to gather signatures, but it doesn't really matter to the Congress. What really matters is watching those economic indicators, as they will indicate whether more stimulus money will be required, will be approved or not. And it's uncertain at this point if a stimulus check of $2,000, $1,400, $1,200 of any of odd value figures will be approved or not. We have seen the petition for 2000 stimulus check, but you know what? Nothing has came out from the petition. Petition signatures, regardless of the size, will not likely impact on Congress decision making, and even if it did, Congress would have done something about it earlier, isn't it? So that's why closely monitoring Federal Reserve, the economy, the jobs number, unemployment, also watching the stock market, watching whether we are into the period of recession. Those are all important figures we should keep monitor, and that's the reason I'm right over here to bring you all the latest details. Once I get any latest details, I will keep you posted, so make sure to subscribe to our channel. How to, guys? Turn on all the bell notifications so you'll never miss new videos from our channel. Make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and this is Kedar from How to, guys. See you in the next video.